read them. Here's a test, go study for it, and good luck. Typically, this is very impersonal. You just need to memorize things for the test. You don't really have, a lot of interfaces. You don't really have personalization, and you just can't, it's just boring at the end of the day. So in this case, both of these books, there's one by Warren Buffett, one by George Soros. They're like over 600 pages. I'm not going to read that. I don't want to read that. I'd rather scroll through TikTok. They're boring and they lack user context. And this is, specific in the field of education. There are, many workflows out there that suffer from the same problem. There's a lot of material out there. There isn't really anything out there to break it down and tell it to your unique context. And this is where, we look at that problem and realize that, hey, if there are, what if there's a better way to break down topics and, integrate user context? And this is, a very simple mind map of how we look at this. There's, user context that typically could be, an embedding of what the user has asked before, could be, different conversational history, different data sources. Maybe you want to integrate, the assignments they've done before. You want to integrate things like, I think that was off, but whatever. Assignments they've done before, any sort of like, essays, feedback they've gotten, their personal life situation, whether they've got 1 hour to prepare for this before the exam, 20 hours if they're really locking in for midterms. And we want to have that context passed on to, the agent that's impersonating Warren Buffett, the agent impersonating George Soros, and just really keep that pipeline consistent throughout, ensuring that your user actually gets that data and it's a two-way relationship, that the agent knows the user context, as well as the user knowing, hey, this is coming in from, page 25 with this book, and this strategy is, relevant because Warren Buffett used it in this particular way. And the way that it looks like in, an application layer is you usually have 3 agents in this case. There's a context agent. So if you folks have heard of tools like Mem0, that's what they're really good at. They get memories based on prior user interactions with LLMs or indeed, just any sort of user context that they upload. And then you can just have, for example, if these are 2 textbooks, you can have simple RAG agents that take user context in, they take in the vector embedding of these textbooks, and then they return personalized advice and just essentially, a solution that students will actually listen to. And the big question over here, and what you folks are probably thinking of is, how do you actually build this? So this sounds great in theory, but what is a good composable framework to build AI agents? And what I've found pretty useful, and we at Answers AI are really excited, is something called Agno. I don't know how many folks have heard of it. It's one composable library of in order to build agents. There are others, Microsoft has AutoGen, which I like a little bit less. There's OpenAI Swarm, multiple others. And I swear it's not an ad, but this is probably the best way that I've found to build AI agents, integrated with different tool calls, knowledge sources, as well as models across providers. So this is a simple code snippet. You can see that, you have a simple OpenAI 4.0 model with integrated DuckDuckGo for web search. It fits into probably like 8 lines of code. And this library, it's open source, so all the code is available on GitHub. You can see that, this is, there are various like code samples. There are actually quite a few tools over here. It integrates, pretty well with whatever tool you can think of. There's probably something for that. And you can also integrate your own tools with these agents and really build out, whatever you want. So the example over here has Yahoo Finance. It's something that, it's a report writing agent on NVIDIA stocks. It's very extensible in Python. And we're going to use this framework to build our agents over here. And I'll show you a live demo. Actually, a couple of live demos. One works a little bit better than the other. So we'll see how that goes. And the first agent we need to build, going back to the diagram, is something that has user context. So this is, again, it's a very established workflow, but the beauty is, you can do it about 10 lines here. So what you do is you just instantiate a database, SQLite is, quick and dirty. And then you can essentially create a memory layer. This is very similar to something that Mem0 does. And it essentially looks at all of your past interactions with the agent, retrieves relevant context for the current query, and it's essentially retrieving it and storing it in the database and performs the inference based on that at runtime. So this is really simple to do. And then we can have an agent based on Warren Buffett. So imagine you have the textbook downloaded as a PDF. Just create a knowledge base. Again, if you're familiar with DBs, this is a pretty straightforward way of doing this. You import a quadrant database. You can use Chroma, anything else you like. Create a knowledge base, and again, retrieve that at runtime. You can just set the knowledge base, and you can just install a model to search the various knowledge bases it has. And very similar thing for George Soros. And this is a little bit how the coordination would work. So now that you have 3 agents with the user memory, Warren Buffett, and George Soros, you could probably get a coordinator to really understand, the user's query and just respond to them with the final answer. So in this case, you can see that, this is a Claude model. It has some reasoning built in since it's not the latest, but it's 3.7 solid. It is a reasoning model, and this can coordinate the various agents and source replies from them during time dynamically. So there are a few ways of orchestrating them. There is an auto mode that works pretty well. And what this looks like is something like this. I'm just going to run this real quick. So what this looks like is, hey, you just have a chat with Warren Buffett and George Soros. Let's say we want to ask them both something, and let's say, hey, do I invest in NVIDIA? Why or why not? And essentially it routes the request that the user makes. It goes to the routing agent now. Right now I don't have any memory or history, but it is native in CLI. It has a pretty nice interface, and it sort of like scrapes the tone, the text from both of the uploaded materials and gives me replies. So this is just a framework used for orchestrating agents. There's an option to ask follow-up questions and so on. But this is, again, and yeah, this is basically what we just did. But we all know that, chat is just one interface. It is pretty boring. It's nothing really groundbreaking. So the thing that I really want to demo here was a little financial simulator game, played completely on the CLI, where essentially you are trying to compete with Warren Buffett and George Soros. You start off in the year 2000 and you just make investments. And this is completely built in AI, which is why I was sitting there debugging it about 2 minutes before, because it was not going great. But let's see if this works now. And the whole reason for this is typically, chat interfaces require a lot of user input. You've got to ask the model, hey, teach me about this, teach me about that. And what we've seen in the past is that students aren't really prompt engineers. They don't really, know the best ways to get the best output of the model. So it's really great if we can build that layer for them. So This is game completely on the CLI. GitHub repo is available online as well. Let's go through this together. So, let's say my name is Sid. It retrieves stocks and prices from real time, and I can say, hey, I want to buy stocks. It has, a bunch of stocks. Let's go for Apple, and let's say, hey, I can buy 126 shares. Let's go ahead with that, and I can also see, hey, I can see, all right, this is what Warren Buffett would do. This is what George Soros would do as well. You can see that. So this is something that Warren Buffett would do. Is okay. I'm monitoring this, but I don't see a compelling entry point. George Soros says something else, and you could essentially run this year on year, and this is sort of an iterative game where the hope is that, as a student, instead of just chatting with AI agents, you really unlock something that keeps them coming back. You can build something. This is just simply on CLI, but you can obviously build a nice interface for students to interact with these, and this is a unique way of, ensuring that people break beyond chat and they really engage with the material, i.e. what's a good investment strategy, what stocks do I pick, how much do I invest, when do I sell, before, it was just textbook. And over here there's a little leaderboard. Right now nothing happens since it's year one. Let's see how will I do in the next year. And again, this is all happening in real time, so you could ask George Soros why he's buying a particular stock. You could ask Warren Buffett that. And yeah, it's just going to be a multi-turn interaction between you as well as these agents. These agents are competing against you, but also sort of like helping you in understanding why they're making decisions they're making. So right now, I just bought Apple and I'm already beating them, so that's probably a good investment move. And that's something that, let's say, hey, Enron.com is bankrupt now, so stocks are down, and you want to see how they react to this. So I'm pretty risk-seeking. I want to see, okay, these are things that, are sourced from things that Warren Buffett and George Soros said. So it comes from the book, Be Greedy When Others Are Fearful. I'm kind of greedy right now. It's 2001, the dot-com bubble just crashed, so I would want to invest. And this is, right now it's just in the case of finance, but imagine you're trying to learn how to code, and you have Steve Wozniak and Jensen Huang as your mentors. And this really unlocks a new paradigm in how you can build and learn with essentially whatever teachers you want. So all of this code is open source. It's on this GitHub repo. That's my email. With any questions, any thoughts on building Tago, I highly recommend that. I hope that some of you folks do it. And yeah, thanks for your time, folks. Any questions? Cool. Thank you.
Hey, so can you just talk about your employee and see if you guys can Oh, were there more?
By the way, did you check?
Agno Library.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't check it.
Oh, it's yeah. I think you should go talk to him.
I didn't check it yet.
Okay. Alright, so just go checking quick, and then let's try to wrap up with this idea so we can start building something. So whatever ideas they could be, I guess like outside of your daily job. Is there anything that you're familiar enough, but I don't know, like if you're a little more included?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like definitely can brainstorm. Just first question that I might have to you guys is, do you guys like invest in stocks in general at all?
Yeah, sometime a little bit.
What would be the
You
Yeah,
just give me say,
unfortunately,
hey,
they don't
you
Yeah.
checking?
No, I'm just.
Oh, yeah, okay.
now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
Okay, well, I started
see
tabs
for you guys, especially without
with the user
finance
intake
background,
and suggestive
I'm
actions.
wondering like what would be the case that you guys find most helpful?
The user
If
intake
there is
is
some
the
sort of
one that gets
functionality
more
features and
Oh.
that might be a question that I want to first ask the people. Maybe we can take from there
Like, what would be a
that point on, you know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now that
little bit.
I didn't quite know so when they upload their cover letter.
can just easily get everything.
Pass it
Yeah.
to the. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious.
The career objective I thought was important because like it's like the point of clarity, like no one you're trying to label or
Yeah.
and I thought potentially either the user can just
I mean,
say
he was talking about,
or
like,
they really know like this or potentially ask a few questions and then have it synthesize a statement for them.
Anyway, to help the decision making, but I don't know. Do you invest in the stock? Used to. Used to. You did a lot?
And then I can start filling in. So the only thing I wasn't sure is like if we start to like think about what tools
Yeah, let's move on.
we're using in order to do the action. Like for instance,
Let's move on.
okay, go to the website, like what tool are you using to do that? Is that you don't need a scraper for that, do you? But you just go to the website for permission or do you need a scraper to
We don't have this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Time, depending what the
Alright, so just check
I'll go through a couple of these things like as a person, as a young person, and go, okay, what would I want to know if I was going to this website? And then I'll try to like backfill that out so that maybe that'll be helpful. Alright, this is a thing I and obviously, yeah, like just add in whatever. No, I'm very caffeinated. There was there.
No worries, yeah. I'll probably see you back here tomorrow. I think I'll be. Yeah, I think
I'm so happy to join us.
Let's go look at this.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Alright, so what would be energizing? You need a nap. Oh, well, go take a nap. You have a blanket. Just go. Just right there on the couch. In a corner, take a nap. We're not 100% sure what's going on. Maybe a brisk walk. Alright. Yeah. I know.
Thank you everyone for listening to the talks. The next one will be at 4 p.m. We have Gary from Trade speaking, so stay about to get to that. Thank you.
In terms of item progress, is there anything else we would need to do, or we feel like we're kind of like getting to a point where we can take pieces of things? I will continue to work on to do those. I think I'm bringing more coffee. I don't. Yeah. Oh, I didn't leave out. Yeah, for a coffee. So one of my team members is I will continue on my like DoorDash, the self-line task. The only thing I would like from an architecture perspective in the post-interview, like, do your mom know if it's we had an example for how that's a coffee process? But then afterwards, like the reminder before the interview and follow-ups, like how to think about it. It's like, is it just like send the user a note in their email, and then if they log in, there's like a holistic module you run for them, or like what is the architecture here? I think it's just like remind them, Okay. Like 2 days before the interview, if or a day before, like whatever. Obviously, as long as the mock interview is done more than 2 days before, then the mock interview 2 days before, remind them. If not, 1 day before, or like if they do it the day before, then
What we can do at the beginning of the if there's a math question, no more customers. Something that you can't answer, we use Gemini, we turn that set
it took place less than a day before, then
Should it be like, hey, you know, you're going to be perfect for this role? It's like they were top matches for this week or this day. Should it be built up?
we can have I'll put a tab together of like, a lot of ideas, and then we can just capture all of these things.
Starting on today they have another workshop in like an hour and a half. And then so they had this practitioner who apparently like he's been invited to has like he's an expert in prosecution. He had an error where he kept on getting back. So we had to do a presentation about what the presentation slide should look like for tomorrow's hackathon. I can share pictures of that. build off that, or I can look at the format they like me.
I'm trying to find the other parking lot idea that's jettisoning.
We don't get that. We speak any languages. Do you speak any weird languages? Russian was weird enough that it was an advantage that I Your program, I think it's like 4 people, but I think no, I'm here to learn as much as possible, so I feel like I'll just be but it's totally fine. There's no reward for me like television. They're done my professional. Like we were just I guess I should offer that without insulting my teammates, but
like they did a whole presentation about how we see like early career
Why is she doing bio? Like,
oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, grab a bike and then
it's learning to be like
it sounded what
your resume and cover letter, and also it's not after like it's trucks and probably if we have an upcoming reminders or ask you how did your interview go and give you feedback I'm bad, you know, this whole time to build off of those issues we had in your past. So yeah, we're getting kind of further along. We were trying to play around with voice engagement tool we were going to use. I have been working on a hackathon this past week with that. Literally from that hackathon, building like stuff like that. Tools like Polio or text-based or other tools to make it so that it can even follow up with you via email or other bases. I think building that interface is very interesting. We're probably going to use the web labs, and then we want to get as many like tools and kind of possible. We want to do a Glassdoor for like let's check out like the community. Let's see like what other reviews have been posted there, what's useful stuff about their reviews. But we have to find the API. Glassdoor is paid. I'm going to try to break that down. We don't know confirm yet what it is that we found there. We'll call the right machine. So I think that you could build your own paper on Apple. But I never built this paper. I tried one and I didn't build it. So I feel like tools like this sort of rare for the experience with or like I remember using it as LLM for an hour, but I haven't really used this is like a lot of that I made last week. I based on like other things that ended up being that was an AI voice for so I made a bunch of I made that be or whatever. Yeah.
pioneered like
Yeah, we have like a whole thing.
Is this a free, like, if you just, I just, okay, I was
Don't just think that you like have some
yeah, that's your There's 2 floors?
Yes, I look like there's more staircase. You really go to the backyard. I didn't go outside. Crazy. I've never been to it
Why would you do that to yourself? I'm so glad to see Oh my god. You got me!
If it's not hard to especially if we're doing more so I can work with him on try to put together the front end like in at least like sense okay. And then I probably yes. I'm not sure. Yes, they're similar. Yeah.
I believe the Bible was more
Yeah, I can definitely do that and run it by everybody. I mean, like, keep working on the inputs because I think the more of that functionality we have, the easier it will be to once we're at that stage, yeah. So then it sounds like the database. I guess I'm curious if that's something you guys are
nothing where I do all that. So I would say for cover everything.
Oh yeah, actually it would be really helpful to have somebody put the together so that the rate and also position it.
I'll try to give us like a overview of how I apply our app to the tower.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you want to take a look at what I'm putting into the Google Doc and just make sure the data set in your values to make sure that we're not forgetting
Stop sign. On that hill, I was really mad about it. I was like, you have trying to have me stop right here?
oh, like things are like way too deep. Yeah.
And I was like, spending like over 30 minutes on the name, and I was blown away by it. So I don't really want to share all the resources, but that was like.
Oh, I would be happy for the resources. I want to understand.
Yeah,
I'm extremely good at that.
anything that can help and then hone in on what we do. But I saw things does anyone plan to go before 8 o'clock? 6 o'clock, how about you?
Probably.
There's a version of this where it says that more. I didn't know how involved this would be versus that one, so I didn't know which one was prioritize. I love this one. Like the goal for tomorrow is like there's this person who brought a skyscraper that they're putting into something they're calling a vertical village. Very odd, like idea-wise. And the hackathon where you build ants with the vertical village where we're actually and some of them are gonna be like I don't know if they might be architects that live in there or just gonna be like a very co-working space. I couldn't follow. The goals of that are way less risky than yeah. So but there is like 3 hacks workshops tonight that I could it's like this is like
Oh, I think that's where I agree.
maybe it'll be just
Yeah. Okay, so do you want me to write deliverables? Let me write deliverables. Yeah, I'll write it out. That way I can confirm with my husband. Okay. So Ruth is working on APIs? Yes. Orchestration. Oh, right. Orchestration. Still don't have anyone for the data. Is there anything else we should be thinking about in terms of coordination or other stumbling blocks that we want to get out of? I would just say, yeah, I can help you.
I was just kind of reading the instructions carefully. Do you know which track you were on?
like and there are any like blackout hours where like no one really needs to use for the campus. If we have like some emergency you can't do that.
My phone goes to silent.
I don't have any specific idea.
Okay. So
But I'm up at 7.
there you go.
6:30.
When you can do that tomorrow.
What I had in mind was like
It's literally gonna be like open through.
So the first thing to build was like you would scrape like hackathons with like 3 hacks, 10 hacks, and you scrape all the winners.
Like events in San Francisco.
No, like just with this.
With this. I mean, there's supposed to be a million presentations today. I mean, there was like some. Yeah. So just more
The idea
of
is
those
like
maybe.
one thing was like being able to steal hackathon projects and put it in other ones, honestly. The second part would be something to like, right? And then the third one is like to use it as like inspiration. So that's really a mental part. That part, to get inspired by other hackathon winners.
Oh, you want to wait?
It's just kind of like amazing.
Better to wake up early and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bed
There's a presentation at 10 by HCI. And then another one at 11.
Kind of like brainstorming.
And then today, yeah, at 4 there's the Trey and then building voice AI agents. 4:30.
There's one from my high school.
HCI Lab at 5, and then Hypercode.
Not so much actually. Like I'm on like a trade.
I'll write it and take off.
You just collect, yeah.
You want to catch your other hackathons? You should do it.
I'm probably gonna pop in. Something very cool. I was doing a bunch of things for my startup.
I just graduated from
May or may not be a specific so I was going to the space where there might be like mentors
math
and
and
then so anyone who has questions and you want to be like the liaison between the team and you guys, I'll be here for that. Okay. I'm like, so are there any like do you guys want to chat with the mentor before you leave today? Yeah, honestly, I think it will be like a at the end or just like
that's not what
so I mean, we'll see if I feel it out and it seems like this is not conducive to sleeping because it's like literally the experience 20 somethings like struggling with if it's awkward, I'll just yeah.
most of them are corn.
So like my general consensus for my friends right now for trade, not as good as yeah. Two more months. Let's see. Try to do tomorrow.
So the judging will be around like 4.
Yeah, that's collecting. What are the other names? Do you know what those
Submissions will be at 4. Finalist presentation will be at 7. So that's why I like those. So really, if you want to optimize your time, so you can judging oh yeah, that's
Yeah, let me finish the keynote. I'm doing it.
yeah. And the whole thing is live streamed. Oh shit, I didn't have a whole
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, good. Yeah, I think yeah. Where is you're gonna do something like
No, I just don't know. Like hackathon. Like it seems like.
Yeah. No. I think like the overarching idea is like show how you can use hackathons and show how you can combat that. How many people like this? Whereas like show how you can use other ideas. They're like your two more first. Would it be possible to attach this today? Yes, would it be possible to like, I'm not sure.
So where is the should we like ask some people to join the keynote from downstairs?
Yeah, I can. Adjust the colors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just wondering the colors not that vivid.
I don't know if we can like actually adjust the colors. To be honest, sorry about that. Yeah, it's not our fault.
Middle, that'll be fine. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I think just let it be.
So, oh, yeah, I was wondering if you knew already. So, I'm not using software, but I got a position as for this spring, but because of funding, all of that.
Somebody early.
Oh yeah, like see, there you go. Chopsticks. Yeah, let's go. Just put some chopsticks.
Oh my god, it's a genius! Oh my god, I cannot remember. How many times you listen to my presentation already?
Free time?
Free time?
Yeah. I was promoting Trey or just download it.
Just download it? Oh my god, just build on it. I must give you something.
Alright, awesome.
Be famous on our social media. Okay. Hello guys. If anyone has a time, we can come here to have one discussion about how we're going to beat Cursor X.
Wow. Did you guys meet each other today?
Okay. Hello guys, so in 1 minute, I'm going to have one presentation. We're going to talk about more detail. That's what is our roadmap and what's the difference between Trey and another AI coding IDE, and what is the feature that we have and want to share with everyone. Okay, so first of all, I think today, since in the morning we already talking about what is Trey. So let's talking about some more comprehensive, general stuff. What is the future of beauty? So who I am, Gary. Yeah, I'm not going to say one more time.
So as we can see, the AI coding is the biggest AI channel in the Silicon Valley. I don't know how many people has the VC or investor friend. So I hang out with them every day. They told me like right now they have a lot of curiosity about interest about how AI coding can change the company, can boost individual developer, can boost the traditional company to be more productive. So a lot of people definitely use like Cursor, Windsurf, Trade, different IDE, right? And also there's one famous saying from Sam Altman. So he said, okay, $1 billion company will happen. I don't know how many people believe that. Is anyone believe you will be the unicorn over there, just in the AGI house today? Let me see how many like unicorn, one-person unicorn we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, no problem. And you. Yeah, girls powers. Yeah, but I think this is definitely a chance. If you guys just see Ilya, so he's a new company, he just creates OpenAI and found his new company. Not that much people. It's already more than $1 billion, and even several $1 billion. I don't remember the number, but you can see the small team can create a better company and the volume more money. And another thing is like the CEO of Anthropic. So this guy, he said 90% of code will be written by AI in 6 months. So yesterday, some people, they asked me, okay, when he see that? So I remember he said this in 3 months before, or 2 months before. So let's see, we still have like 3 months around to see if AI can write 90% of code. So just let me ask one question first. How many percent of code the AI write for you today? Like the AI write more than 50% of code, raise the hand. Okay, more than half. How many people, let me see, 75% of code writing by AI, how many? Still, okay, I see, you guys are like web coder. Okay, I love it. So as you can see, this is what happened right now, that especially yesterday, Cloud4, they just, announced a new, AI model, Cloud4. And what made me really shocked and the kind of surprise is the cloud, their agent, coding for 7 hours and not stop. Can you believe that? So how many hours you can write and not stop? What is the maximum, record you ever have? Let me see. 3 hours? Who can write 3 hours not stop? Let me see. Nobody? Guys, you're going to be laid off, So in our company, we write code more than 996, more than 12 hours. Everyone know 996, right? Okay. But the more crazy thing is like the AI they can write 007. I wish it's not that happen soon, because I also software engineer. I want to keep my job as well. But there's one change going to happen is the people who are using the AI tool, they can be much more productive than the traditional developers. At least you can be your 3 times or 4 times engineer. That would be pretty easy. So what is trade? Let me just show you one simple video. And the thing is like, we spent $30,000 on this video. So after finish this video, let me know it's worth it or not. Okay. Okay. Ooh, $30,000 gone. So it's worth it or not? Anyone tell me you love it?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, how much would you pay for this video if you are a founder right now? 10,000? No, nobody would pay for it. Okay, so let me ask an awkward question, because every time I ask this question, I always feel really awkward. So anyone know why we name our product as Tray? T-R-A-E.
I know, Gary.
No, you're not. You cannot. You see my presentation too many times. You're another one. Anyone know it? Okay, you know it? You see it? Oh yeah. Okay. You didn't make me feel bad. Yeah. So there was one day our boss said, "Hey, what we should do? Probably let's build a real engineer that can work like a workmate, that understand you and has the personality and can help you to finish the task." And then people, of course, say, "Okay, yes." Then what's the name we should be? Then he picked the first letter of the real engineer, and then this is how we come. But yeah, some people say this is a good name. Some people say it's like, but okay, whatever. But anyway, right now I love this name anyway. Okay, so as you can see, we are AI IDE. So a lot of people know Cursor, Windsor. I'm not going to talk too much about what is IDE. So people that definitely know this. But what we are doing right now, we help developers to build faster. And also, there's so many IDE in the market right now. People are going to have a lot of competition, try to be the best one. So during this competition, who's going to get a benefit? I think it's everyone for us, especially the people who sit in the agent house. Because different with another developers, you guys are the people who are using the new technology first to make yourself become more productive. So you will take more advantage than the traditional people. Also, let me talk about what kind of feature we have. Right now, we have the agent. So I believe you definitely heard a lot of the time, agent, whatever it is, agent. So what our agent can do is, we not just can talk with you, writing the code with you, but we can also set up your environment, the configuration. We download the package for you. We even ask you to terminal like command for you. You don't need to remember what is the NEX, like React download, that's the JS. You don't need to do this right now. You just need to use the normal language to say, hey, Trey, my real engineer, help me to set up Nest.js. I'm going to build my new product in the Silicon Valley. Then we're going to do everything for you. This is the agent. Another thing is like the context. So how we can make sure that the agent not going to give you a piece of trash inside of your repository. So the important thing is your agent or your editor must understand what's your context, what is your previous project, what kind of API you already set up before. So this is really important, and we are doing a really good job to understand the context. We can read your document, we can read your existing code. We can also search on the web, maybe go to Nest.js, go to the Verso website to search what is the latest standard of the Nest.js, and then we can give you the better code. Another thing is like sometimes agent just with some prompt, they can write some code, not that amazing, not that attractive, right? How we can make an agent be more powerful? Easy, use the MCP. What is MCP? I believe a lot of people know it. It's basically the language allows AI talk to each other. So with the help of MCP, your AI agent today in the editor can go to the Slack to fetch your argument with your product manager, that the feature he wants you to write, and he will know, okay, maybe this lady, his manager must ask her to write a new feature. Okay, I will do that. So this is one context. Another thing is like we can also connect with, for example, GitHub to get the latest code, or connect with the Jira to know what is your project manager signed. So this kind of MCP allows your AI to be much more powerful. And this is also what we want to set a challenge today. We want you guys to create your agent to do something. Another thing is like the rule. You want your AI editor to follow your way, no matter it's the coding, style or the personality. You can just in the tray to set the rule, let it to do it. So why tray? Before that, let me just open it. have some simple, introduction. As you can see, this is an editor. It's not that much different with VS Code. It's because we based on the VS Code to build it, and all your VS Code configuration can easily migrate to this IDE. Okay, so as you can see, this is the right side bar, right? So everyone learning the coding programming language, what is the first line of code you write before? Hello world. But tell me, as a web coder, what is the hello world for you? Anyone know it? Nobody know it? I'm going to set up. It's like make a snake here. And you can see we have so many models over there, right? We only pick the most expensive one, and this is because it's free today. Okay, I'm going to say, hey, make a snake here. Let's do it. So different, we're kind of different between Copilot. Copilot probably just in the right side chat with you, talk with you, give you some suggestion, right? But our builder workmate, not just going to give you some suggestion, but literally thinking. He said, hey, I will create a snake game by HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also move like a grid and eat the food to grow. So you can see the AI started thinking and designing. And right now what they're doing is, so first of all, you can see in the left side, boom, the code just coming out. So as a web coder or as an AI builder, what we should do is just click review and then check the code they wrote over there. And then, what do you need to do? You just click preview. Okay, accept